spot, managing to hit the Saiyan and sending him far away. Then, as Goku was being propelled backward, Burris would appear above him, act upon him at great speed, and manage to grab his head, slamming it into the ground and applying pressure, creating a deep hole. Following that, he would move away and fire energy blasts, his face reflecting amusement at the act. In a moment, while Goku, using instant transmission, wouldn't break free from Beerus' attack, and appearing beside him wouldn't deliver a strong kick that sent Beerus crashing through several mountains. Goku would go after him at high speed, but then Beerus would stop and, using a mountain for support, would propel himself toward Goku at high speed. They would both land a punch to the face, and following that, they would begin to fight hand to hand. Flashes could be seen all over the place. Beerus, while attacking, would say, "You still won't give up, Goku? You think you'll beat me if you could even do it with Vegeta? Maybe you're right, but I'm sure of one thing, you are not gonna leave this fight unscathed." What do you mean? Goku, in a great maneuver, would manage to hold Beerus tightly while a massive power covered them both. "You scoundrel, I know your intentions now. Don't you dare
do it. Forgive me, Vegeta. I'll have to use your technique. I never thought it would come to this, but I have no other choice. Scared, Goku would think. Beerus, now you'll be even more so." Goku's ki would increase even more, about to explode, but seconds before doing so, he would feel several jabs to his body that would make his power drop, and the last one would leave him unconscious, falling into the arms of a being. This was Whis, who was the one who prevented him from exploding. Beerus, looking at the angel, would say, "Why did you intervene, Whis? He was just about to let me go." "What a humiliation. Your angel had to save you, little brother." "Shut up, Champa." "Excuse me, Lord Beerus, but I couldn't let Goku explode." "Whatever, hand him over. I will take care of him." "What do you need him for? What's more, explain to me once and for all what this is all about." "You ask too many questions. It doesn't concern you. You only need to follow my orders, so give me Goku." Beerus would try to take Goku's body by force, but Whis would move away quickly. "By Dema. You dare betray me, Whis? You know what will happen if you do." "I don't care. Something smells very wrong here." The other gods witnessing this would approach, and Vermouth would say, "Control your angel once and for all, or his attitude is bothering me." "Whis, are you sure about this?" "Relax, Lord Beerus. I don't intend to fight you, but we will see each other again soon." Whis would try to flee, but just as he was about to leave the planet, he would be sent back by a powerful kick from Beerus, who would quickly order the other gods to seal the planet. They would comply and form a great barrier around the entire planet, sealing it completely and also increasing its durability enormously in pi. Beerus would then stand in front of Whis, who would be getting up from the ground. And as he did so, he thought his ki increased suddenly. Lord Beerus didn't have this power, although come to think of it, his energy seems somewhat familiar. "I hope I'm wrong. You brought this on yourself, Whis." "I planned to finish you off once we were on our planet, but, well, you wanted to rush things. With what do you intend to eliminate me? Are you sure about what you are doing, Lord Beerus?" "Let's stop talking and get this over with." Beerus, in that instant, would begin to raise his power rapidly. The purple aura covered him completely, while rocks around him rose and disintegrated. Whis, upon feeling that power, would say in astonishment, "I remember now, that power capable of destroying everything. But how is it possible? Hadn't that being died?" Beerus would let out a loud shout, and in an instant his full power would be released. Now I'm ready? I'm sorry, Whis. Even though I grew quite fond of you, this is as far as you go. Before anything happens, tell me one thing, sir. He is alive, isn't he? What are you talking about, Whis? Don't play dumb, Lord Beerus. You know very well I am referring to Archon, the supreme god of destruction. He is alive, right? Or will you tell me you don't know who? So you realized it. I knew it. And that is why he is capable of rebelling against me. You know very well why. Beerus's memories. Millions of years ago, on a planet outside of Universe 7, a war was taking place where two young warriors could be seen. These were Champa and Beerus, who were in a war against some very powerful beings. Both brothers would fight to the death against those beings, but it was all about to end for them when Champa was seriously wounded to death. At that moment, both were surrounded by those beings, and while listening to their laughter, they watched as their entire planet and people had been exterminated, Beerus stepping in front of Champa would say, "This is our end, brother, but you must not die here or here. Go, use that technique you learned and escape. I will take care of exterminating them all. Don't be stupid, Beerus. You can't handle them. You'll only die." "I know, but I will manage to save you so you can avenge our people. Now do it. Escape." "All right, brother, but I swear I will avenge you." One of the beings, realizing their intentions, would use a technique to prevent them from escaping, and then, along with his companions, would slowly approach Beerus and Champa while saying, "Did you think you would escape? Today, every one of your race will be exterminated. No one will be saved, and that includes you. Damn it, now what will we do? We'll have to fight until we die." Beerus and Champa would fight those beings again until they ran out of energy. And when they were about to be killed, one of those beings would fall executed, surprising Beerus and Champa, who would be in awe of the being who saved them. Who are you?" Champa would ask. "You fought very well, young ones. I would like to see you do it again, which is why I will give you a second chance." The other warriors who destroyed Beerus and Champa's race, upon seeing that the guy who arrived eliminated one of them, lunged to finish him off. But before achieving their goal, that being would disappear, taking Beerus and Champa with him. "Where are we?" Champa would ask. "This is my planet. You will be safe here." "Why didn't you help us?" "I don't have a specific motive. I did it because I wanted to, even though it's not allowed." "What do you mean?" "Forget it, you will understand later. I gave you a second chance. Now it is up to you to take advantage of it. But how will we do that? Those guys are really strong. I will lend you a hand, I will train you, and soon you will be able to demonstrate your true potential." Yoten. "And what do you gain by training us?" "Perhaps just having a little fun. I don't know. So, do you want me to train you?" Beerus and Champa would look at each other and then agree together to gain great power over time, avenge their master, and eventually become gods of destruction. Gods of destruction. Back to the present. "You know better than anyone what I owe to my master Whis. Because of him, I am who I am." "You don't have to explain yourself, Lord Beerus. I understand why very well, but you know what you are facing. Just be quiet, Weens. Let's not drag this out any longer and get it over with." In an instant, Beerus appeared beside Whis and threw a kick which Whis dodged with some difficulty. "You're serious? I can't fight with Goku in my arms." Whis set Goku on the ground and placed his staff next to him, which formed a barrier that would protect the Saiyan. "Very well, Lord Beerus, I will take this as a rebellion, so I will have to use all my power." "That is what I am waiting for." Instantly, both began to exchange blows in mere milliseconds. Whis attacked with the elegance and techniques that characterized an angel, while Beerus attacked like a true god of destruction, using destructive energy at every moment. For several minutes, a great battle ensued, where both sides employed their best techniques, being evenly matched at all times. Whis, despite having much more experience than Beerus, could not land a good hit on the god. And the few he did land failed
to do the damage he wanted. On the contrary, they benefited Beerus, who grew stronger with the damage. At one point while they were fighting, Beerus said, "I never thought I would reach your level, Whis. I see now why angels have always been above us, the gods of destruction. I did not think the same, Lord Beerus. I knew that at some point, if you set your mind to it, you could have reached this level, but it is a pity that what you have now is just handed down power. What did you say?" At that moment, Whis managed to land a good blow on Beerus' soul, who had lowered his guard in his anger. "You wretch, you managed to deceive me." Whis instantly flew toward the barrier the gods had formed and struck it with all his power together. "Don't be stupid, Champa. Don't let Kim damage the barrier. If he destroys it, he will manage to contact the Grand Priest. Ishanov will appear at Whis' side in a millisecond and kick him toward the ground while descending at high speed toward him. Not only has Lord Beerus and Whis' power, but the other gods have as well. That barrier is very resistant. He can't break it, though I weakened it more than they again. My next attack will have to break it." At that instant, Beerus would arrive where Whis was, then would launch a heavy blow against the angel, who would manage to stop it with great difficulty. This time I won't fall for the same game. Hiris and Whis would begin to fight again, where Whis would try at all times to free himself from Hiris to break the barrier and communicate with the Grand Priest. But despite his attempts, he was increasingly overpowered by Barys, who seems to increase his power more and more. Whis would at one point be caught in a consecutive combo of blows, and as he was attacked, he would think, quote, "I am losing my advantage more and more. If this continues, I won't be able to communicate with my father. Unlucky that the other gods are busy maintaining the barrier, otherwise this would be the end of me and Goku. I must get rid of these attacks, and for that we need this." Whis would stretch out his hand, and the staff protecting Goku would reach his hands, placing it in front of Beerus, who would crash into it, allowing Whis to break free from him. "With just that, you won't be able to stop me, Whis? That is not my intention." Whis, moving quickly, would tightly hug Beerus from behind, and with mental power would make his staff return to Goku. "Are you going to sacrifice yourself? Do you know that won't work?" "We won't know that until I try." Instantly, a large explosion would occur where everyone was affected and the barrier would finally manage to break. Instantly, in the realm of everything, the Grand Priest would notice that battle and, without thinking, would go there, who, at the sight of the explosion, the gods of destruction would approach Beerus, complaining about letting Whis explode and destroy the barrier, but their complaints would fade when the dustily explosion was dissipated by a strong wind that came from nowhere. At that instant, the presence of a being would make them tremble with fear. "What happened here, Whis?" "Father, I am glad to see you." "Me too, but I asked you a question." "Answer me." "The gods of destruction have rebelled and are plotting something. Given what has happened, you'll have to give me a good explanation," the Grand Priest would say as he slowly approached them, Wushi Pentrum. "What are we going to do?" "The Grand Priest is going to eliminate us, as you would say, frightened." "Do not show fear. We are gods of destruction. Remember that. And it seems you are the leader, Beerus, so you will be the first to give me explanations." Daishinkin would instantly appear in front of Beerus, whom he would grab by the neck. "Come on, speak. What were you plotting with us?" "We won't tell you anything," Beerus would say with difficulty, but from afar, Whis would shout. "Is Archon the one behind everything? He's alive." "What did you say was?" At that instant, a light would strike where Beerus and Dashingan were, and causing the latter to let go of Beerus and step back toward Whis. "But what the heck? It really is you, Archon. But how? It's impossible. Long time no see, Dashingan. Tell me, where did you leave Sanasama?" Dashingan, upon seeing Archon, would freeze for a few seconds until he reacted, saying, "How are you here, Archon? You should be sealed," he said. "Confused, Daishingun, or is it that you're scared?" "You haven't answered my question. How are you free?" "Father, what is happening? Why does he say that Archon broke free? Don't you remember that he died?" "Yes, so even the angels don't know the truth." "Come on, Daishingun. It is a very long story, Whis. But in short, Archon never died. He was simply sealed in a dimension." "Sealed. But why?" "I will answer you, weak angel. They feared my power, that's why they did it, but I don't think it worked for them. Look at me here. Don't talk nonsense, Archon. Better tell me at once how you freed yourself." "You are very insistent, Dashingan. That's fine, I'll tell you. Either way, you won't leave here alive, so listen well. I owe it all to the Saiyan behind you." Archon would say that, pointing at Goku. "What? What does Goku have to do with your liberation? You know what race that guy belongs to? He is a Saiyan. But so what? Exactly, he is a Saiyan. See, you know nothing about that race, and it's for the best. I will only tell you that the Saiyan is very special, as he inherited a very powerful bloodline intensely. And I know that because just a little of it was enough to free me from their seal. Is Goku really as special as you say? More than you think. Even though he has already fulfilled his role for me, I will take him with me, as I am sure he will be useful to me." Archon would move instantly to where Goku was, reaching out his hand toward him, but he only touched the ground, for Goku had disappeared. On realizing this, he would turn around to see Whis, who was holding Goku. "I see. Teleportation via the staff. How ingenious. You noticed I was going for the Saiyan and you beat me to it. I must congratulate you, Angel. How did you know Archon was going after Goku?" is Lord Beerus and the other gods wanted something with Goku, and now Archon said he was interested too. That's why I didn't take my eyes off him for a second, as I knew something like this could happen. Well, Thoughtways, if they want something with Goku, it's because he truly is special, so I won't give them the pleasure of taking him. Danon would instantly make Goku disappear, sending him to a very distant place, Yuryuka. I can no longer feel the science. Where did you send him, Danon? That is none of your concern. Wait, prepare yourself. Danon would instantly heal, wheeze, and raising his hand would make all the angels appear who already knew what was happening, since Danon had been communicating with them the whole time at Saiyan. Wow, so that's what you want, Danon? Gods of destruction, it is time for you to show what you are made of. Make us suffer. All the gods of destruction would instantly attack the angels, who would begin to defend themselves, thus starting the first war between gods of destruction and angels. What a beautiful scene. Who do you think will win, Deng? Stop mocking me. If you weren't providing them with power, they would be no match for the angels. Or did you think I wouldn't notice? I expected that from you, but well, let's put that subject aside. Now let's focus on ourselves. I have no chance of winning, but I will do my best to prolong this fight. That way the Omni Kings will be able to activate their maximum power, Danon would think before shouting. It is time. Here I come, Archon. Danon would head at great speed toward Archon, beginning his fight against him. Meanwhile, hours later, in a place not belonging to the 12 universes, Goku was waking up and, while looking around, would say, "What a headache. What a headache. I don't understand what happened. Am I perhaps in the other world? Although I don't remember dying. The last thing I remember is seeing Whis for a few seconds and then I fell asleep." At that moment, a voice, unknown to Goku, would be heard throughout the place. "You are finally awake, son. Goku, you slept for a long time. Where is that voice coming from? Who are you? Why are you hiding?" "I'm not, but I'm not yet sure if you're ready to see me, so you'll have to prove you have the guts to stand before me." "But what? Stop playing games. Do you think I'm playing? Don't you want everything you do to return to how it was before, Buff?" "Of course I do, but that's impossible." "It's not. As long as you prove to me that I wasn't wrong." "And how will I do that?" "You will go through a test, and that will determine if you are worthy of standing before me." "Fine, I will succeed." "I hope so. Now I will leave. The test begins now."
Wait, before you go, tell me what happened to Isras. If you manage to pass the test, now don't disappoint me, son Goku. The voice would stop being heard, while Goku shouted for answers. Minutes later, Goku would come down and start walking while saying, "Now what do I do?" That voice said, "I have to pass a test, but I don't know how to start." Goku would walk for several minutes all over the place, analyzing the sight when his stomach growled. "Wow, am I hungry? The worst part is that there is nothing to eat around here. I know, maybe if I look from the sky I can find something." Goku would rise into the air, starting to look everywhere, until in the distance he found a kind of house. The Saiyan, without thinking, would approach, and being close he would hide upon seeing a small child coming out of the house with who seemed to be his mother, who seemed. "So there are inhabitants in this place? Good, I'm gonna ask them if they have any food." Goku was about to approach when suddenly a person arrived flying, standing in front of the child and the mother, who were there. "I've been looking for you for a long time. My king is furious. Why did you run away? Now I will take you back to the kingdom." "Mom, don't let them take us. I don't want to go to that place." "Impertinent child, be quiet." The guy was about to hit the child when Goku stepped in the middle, stopping the blow. What do you think you're doing? Who the heck are you? Don't get involved in this if you don't want to get hurt. I say the same to you. Get out of here if you don't want to get hurt. Goku would release the being's hand and he would step back. You asked for it. Now you'll see why you shouldn't get involved in matters that don't concern you. The being would launch a powerful attack which Goku would stop, but he would begin to be pushed backward. "You two, hide. I'll take care of this." Boy and his mother listened and hid themselves. Just then, Goku transformed into a Super Saiyan, managing to deflect the attack into the sky. "Wow, so you can change your appearance and increase your power with it? You're interesting. My king will be pleased if I bring you to him." "Who is your king? Is it that guy with the strange voice?" I don't know what you're saying, but I don't care. My mission now is to defeat you. The being named Baby lunged at Goku, who began to stop his attacks with great ease. Enkya, I don't want to hurt you, but if you keep this up, you leave me no choice. Fool, don't think you're superior to me. I'll show you the vast difference between us. Baby increased his power, surprising Goku, who was struck